Billy Beige here. Today we're looking at the McFarlane Toys Elite Edition Fallout, technically Fallout 76, T-60 Power Armor. Now, this this did cost like $50. I'll throw the exact price from Big Bad Toy Store right here. But I didn't pass on this, even though they do have a line of Fallout, the TV show figures from McFarlane coming and that are popping up in Targets and are also going up for pre-order October 23rd. So mark your calendars. Those will be cheaper than this guy, and you'll still be able to get a power armor. Now, I did go for this because, one, I think it looks good. I had where I had pre-ordered Doomslayer, dropped it. Pre-ordered Lilith, dropped that too. It just had where those ended up not looking as good as the promo pictures, or, I could talk myself out of buying them. But I do love Fallout, and in person, in package right now, this does look good. The only thing I would like knock right now, looking at it in package, is like maybe some gloss on the lenses. Maybe that's it. Other than that, it looks tarnished. It looks like worn. I like it so far. I could give two craps about the elite points and stuff like that. My understanding with how those elite points have gone so far, I haven't checked the site, but I've heard they sold all the good stuff. I don't know if they have like restocked it or anything since. This is around when Lilith came out. They were like, yeah, all the good things have been, pointed out, like all the prototypes they had on there, which if you're into prototypes, super cool. I don't, and I'm not gonna cry after every single one of them, but let's take a look at some of the accessories in here. Oh yeah, ooh, elite points. Wow, I can't wait to use those. And it does come with a card and a stand. Come out of there. Come out of there. Yeah, so you got a little Fallout 76 stand there. I got a Elite Edition card there. I got a little scratchy thing for a redemption code and a QR code to scan to check out. Maybe I'll do that later, and we'll see what's up with that. But yeah, in focus. Yeah, out of package, and just kind of look at them right now. Well, mostly out of package. I like the dirty wash on there, the rust look. Yeah, I can't wait to get him out of here. And he has like a ton of accessories. He's got like a Gauss minigun, machine rifle, alien blaster, the T-60 pistol, the laser pistol, and like the plasma pistol. And I didn't play 76, but I know this is the black diamond sword that you get from a quest, which is neat. I hope he has the articulation for it. But like, again, another reason I'm just like, I'm okay with this not being the most highly articulated thing is that it was only $50 for a power armor. And I think it's 3-0 who puts out a 1/6 scale one. That's amazing. That's very, very tempting. I know Cornboy has one, and he's very happy with it, and I like getting it, and it's going to go to my shelf, and it's going to be affordable compared to that. The ones from the show are going to be even more affordable. I'm going to pick those up too, because man, I just want Agent Dale Cooper in power armor. Who doesn't? But let me get out of the package, and we'll take a closer look. The T-60 Combat Infantry Armor. After getting it out of the package and noticing there was some issues I needed to mess with immediately, like his wrists were incredibly stuck. Like I could move them back and forth on the hinge, but I couldn't twist them. And you're supposed to be able to twist them, people. And his thighs. His thighs had where, even though it's not a huge articulation point, his hips do have where they kind of swivel at that like hip articulation spot there at the top of the hip. It's supposed to twist back, side to side, so you can kind of splay his legs out some, splay his legs in some. That needed some work there. I basically popped them almost all the way apart, just with hot water. Just, heat up some water for 2 or 3 minutes, drop them in there, let them soak. I pulled the wrist pegs out of the arms, put a little shock oil in there, and then with the legs, they just come straight off left or right. Just pull them to the left or right. They'll pop off there. And I just stuck like something that could actually fit inside the hole for the leg. I'll throw the picture up here, and just twisted it back and forth, put a little shock oil in there as well. So now he has all the articulation he is supposed to. Now he is a little loose, not like falling down, droopy, sad loose, but like top of the torso there. It's kind of like a little bit. I mean, like, he's not gonna be in a crazy pose from that. It's only one ball joint. I can actually add some oh god, what is it? Not lacquer. Oh my god, I can never remember what I use to tighten stuff up anymore. It's water-based polyurethane, I believe, something like that. It's bare, but yeah, put that in there, tighten that up. But I kind of question some of the articulation. But the paint job on this thing looks great. It looks like weathered power armor. It looks like something that was in operation before the nuclear apocalypse and has where it's been working since, and you know, maybe it's been taken care of a little bit, but it looks great. And like standing here, it looks fantastic. But let's take a closer look at the articulation. So articulation on the T-60 power armor. Let's start from the top. Nothing on this head moves, but I do appreciate how everything's sculpted. We get a little closer. I appreciate like the range finder, the light, all of the mass details are really well done. Articulation though, it's just a double ball. You know, you can kind of like splay it back and forth. He can kind of look up, kind of look down. He can turn left. He could turn to the right. I could turn it further if I wanted to. If for some reason, you know, I don't know, a Deathclaw twisted his head backwards, that'd be a cool thing, right? His shoulder armor kind of comes next there. It's on a kind of like double ball peg here, you know, attaching at the armor and then there. So it's really well done for something from McFarlane. So you can like get these up in the air, get them down, get them up, get them out of the way. It's well designed there. For his shoulders here, it's just a hinge. You know, it hinges up so far and pops out. It does have a ball here, like it should have a little bit of a butterfly there. It's not happening, but it'll hinge up so far, it'll pop out, but it'll pop back in. It has a twist at the top of the shoulder here. It can go all the way around if you can get to go all the way around. Just need clearance for it. I'm not going to do that right now. He has a hinge at the elbow, so straight or relaxed. And then if I hinge it as far as it can go, you can get almost to a 90. I'd say that I would call this, yeah, I'd call that good enough 90. And then at the wrist, after some TLC, he does have that McFarlane like ball joint hinge there. So it can go back and forth. And if it has the proper lubrication, it can, oh, come on. Let's see if I twist it around this way. It can twist around. Now, is it easy? No. If it's not letting you do it out of the package, please don't force it. At some point, this peg would probably break. They do have where they're strong, but like, you know, hey, if it doesn't want to go, don't force it. And it kind of works better if I get like it like the wrist up like that. It just gives me a little bit more leverage, but it works. At the torso though, he has one ball. This is one ball here. It doesn't really allow much because like it kind of just, I can get, that's as far forward and then it tilts back. So you can kind of get more tilt back from it, but it's just one ball. It's a peg in here going down in the torso. If I pull this apart, it does have where you can see up in there. Let me get a little light in there. You can kind of see up in there. Yeah, you can see up there. It's molded, but you don't see it. So if you wanted to, you can go in there and you can carve out a little divot for him to crunch forward more, because it's not something you're going to see because that's where it's hitting right there. But it's not a real tight ball joint. Like I may go back, because like I mean, again, in the end, this will go on my shelf. I may go back and tighten that up there, and maybe even do like a little carving right there. But we'll see if I remember to do that or have time. Now, here, I mean, I just heated this up and popped it back together, so we'll see if it cooled and solid or solidified or what. But he does have where he can kick so far forward, because he has those McFarlane kind of like hip things there. So, I mean, like, I think that's fair for a power armor. I can get to go so far back, you know, it's just where it's just like hinging out from the hip there, because it does have where it's an actual hinge. It does stop from the waist guard here, but I mean, like, if I'm tilting this way, that way, I don't know why I would need to do this, but yeah, I can get it a little bit further out that way. I mean, if you somehow want him in a seating position, it's kind of possible. Now, in here, it should have where it's a swivel from where it pegs in and be able to twist there. I heated up earlier and had it going, so we'll see if it's still, yeah, it still let me do it. Before, it was not letting me do this at all. So you can kind of splay the knees out, have where it looks a little like more normal, like someone's in it and actually moving around. But again, I just had to heat it up and move it around. Up at the knees, very solid, very good hinge. I'd say it's almost it's so close. It's a few degrees off, almost a 90. It's super close, but it's not quite there. But it does have where it's sculpted in there. It's a little wet from where I dunked it in water. But like, I appreciate all the sculpt work on it. That's really cool. Nothing down here. This is just another piece that's pegged in and glued. And then down at the foot here, you have a ball joint. No toe, amazingly. Honestly, I don't know. I mean, like, if it had a toe there and it had where it had like some kind of detents in it, some ratchet or some sort, just some kind of thing, this is where it goes, I'd be fine. Ooh, excuse me. I'd be fine with it. But since it doesn't, I'm okay, because this is a larger figure. It's a larger character, so I don't need toe articulation. I can, you know, be like, hey, you know, T-60 power armor. It's always, you know, squat boy ready to go. So I'm fine with that. Articulation, I think it's fine for what it is. I'll throw them up in some poses, throw some pictures and poses up in here, just so, like, you know, see what it can really do. Because I mean, there's not a ton of like action poses from a T-60 armor. It's more like heavy guns, maybe like lunging forward, stomping, you know, stuff like that. Nothing like, you know, he's not Spider-Man, so I don't expect it, so I'm okay with what he is. But we'll take a look at the accessories next. Now for accessories, he does have alternate hands and a plethora of weapons. So he has the fists that are very well sculpted on him right now. He has, I have two sets of trigger hands here. So it has where it's like a, you know, normal T-60 hand there, and they're all sculpted to fit the weapons rather well. I'm glad that was intended, not where it just feels like something was just made and just stuck on here. Like it's done up so like this is made to fit this hand, and like this hand is made to fit this weapon. Laser pistol looks really cool, just saying. So it's not like odd random stuff thrown in there. I like that. Laser pistol, by the way, he has a open weapon holding hand, or like, you know, kind of grasping or gesturing hand there. He has a finger pointing hand. You know, it's like, I dig this. I'm just so excited for the Fallout show figures, but like, this is really cool. He has the other weapon holding hand, and that's it for hands. For weapons, though, he has the T-60 pistol, which looks really good. It's very well sculpted. It looks how it should look. It is a harder plastic, though. It's still not like 100% hard plastic, but it's a harder plastic. So that's good on that one. With the laser pistol, it has the same kind of thing, same kind of plastic there. It's a harder plastic. It has a good kind of finish on that little grunge in there. For the alien blaster, It also has, we're saying, kind of hard plastic. Looks really neat. For the plasma pistol, same story. Same kind of hard plastic there. It has where like it's not warped or anything, and it has a lot of detail. This is probably some of the better McFarlane weapons that I've gotten, and I have where I bought the weapons packs, or at least I bought the first weapons pack, and like those, whew, they look decent, but like they had some issues, but like most of these are okay. Getting into the Gauss minigun here, like it looks cool here. Oh, excuse me, I got a heck of indigestion. These are like this is hard solid plastic because it has where it's a big chunk. But as you get closer to the end here, as it gets to the more narrow part, you do get kind of like a little bit of warp there. You can heat it up and straighten it out. And I think over time it'll be fine. So it has where it's a little bit thicker this way. Once you get straightened out, it shouldn't have where it droops or anything like that. But if you have where you lay it on something over time, it will have where it goes, eh. That's how it was in the package, and that's what happens. Same thing with the light machine gun. Like, it's a light machine gun. It looks right? And then you get to the side there, and it's like, oh no, like this is warped. The barrel is warped. I need to heat it up and straighten it out, and then it'll be good. But overall, I mean, like, it looks good. It's got a decent paint job on there, a little weathering right there, and he can hold it. That's the main thing there. And then there's the Black Diamond sword from Fallout 76, and like you can see, it says Schematic. It says with that soft landing. It's got the little shamrock on there. It's not completely straight. This came from like a 2-part mold. You can tell by the seam line. I wish this was made of a hard plastic, because there's no like just weapon. There's no like rounded hand to hold this. So like it's going to go into one of these pistol hands, and it's got a big enough like grip for it. It's just, he's got that. He's holding that finger out. I don't know why, but it works. It works. He can hold the sword. It's okay. So accessory wise, I think he comes with enough to have where it's like, hey, this isn't just a basic figure. Do I think it's enough warranting I think it's $59.99 is what I paid for it on Big Bad Toy Store. I think it's $50 in store though. So if you see it in store, $50, I don't think is bad for this. I'm going to say I don't think it's bad. Do I think it could be better? Yes. But let's do some size comparisons next. Here's the T-60 combat infantry armor with not a Deathclaw, a Mythic Legion's Ogre, my chest hasn't started to crack yet, Maximum Series Hulk, McFarlane Space Marine 2 Titus, and your standard size Marvel Legend Tracksuit Mafia. So, do I think you need to pick up the Elite Edition of the T-60 Power Armor? I think if you're a fan of Fallout 4, Fallout 76, Fallout the Show, just post-apocalyptic stuff in general, I'm going to go ahead and say big maybe at $59.99. If you can get it for $50, if it is in stores for $50, like in store, in Walmarts, Targets, things like that, this is in there for $50. I think it's worth it. It's pushing it. I did have to do some stuff with it. I did have to like lube up the wrist joints, kind of get like the hip joints going there. It does have where it's got like a loose diaphragm there, but I think overall, just because of the property, just because it is Fallout, and I'm so starved for Fallout stuff, and I'm so stoked from the show being good and the second season coming in December, that I'm just like, I want my Fallout stuff. I want a T-60 Power Armor action figure that doesn't suck, and this doesn't suck. It's not amazing, but it doesn't suck. But tell me what you think down in the comments below. Have you been watching the Fallout show? Have you played any of the Fallout games? Did you play Wasteland? Because if you know, you know. Let me know down in the comments below. I I'm looking forward to getting my hands on the Fallout show figures. I already have where I've used my contacts to secure a Walton Goggins figure. I'm gonna get that at Legion's Con. Thank you. You know who you are. I'm not gonna put you on blast so people don't start bugging you for it. But I'm super excited for that because, man, I fucking wanted a Walton Goggins figure so bad. And now I'm going to have it. It's going to be great. I'm going to have a Coop figure. And now I can focus on getting, like, the Ghoul. Oh, God, I can never remember her name. The pregnant lady with one eye. Agent Dale Cooper, Maximus. Get those figures there. And then those shouldn't be too terribly hard to get if there's going to be a pre-order. Again, on the 23rd of this month. So keep your eyes open, keep your, phones up for that. But if it's your first time on the channel, please subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Later, guys.